Viewers, the BVI Red Cross family has lended greatly to the BVI community, of course, through their philanthropic efforts. And this time around, we're so excited to get into the details of their grand car raffle. To speak with us today is the director as well as the volunteer coordinator. We're speaking to them right after this commercial break.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Viewers, welcome back. As promised, this is a 284 exclusive with the BVI Red Cross family. In studio with us today is the director herself, Miss Stacy. Welcome.
Thank you, Joanne.
As well as the volunteer coordinator, correct?
Correct.
Stephen Passad. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
for having us.
You're welcome. So when we think about the BVI Red Cross, this nonprofit organization has been a part of the BVI, the fabric of the BVI society for a very long time, and I know across the region as well, across the world, really lending to the concern of community and care. So in your own words, for those who may not be familiar, what is it about the BVI Red Cross that stands out so much? What is it that you guys do?
BVI Red Cross. I think when persons hear BVI Red Cross, the first thing that comes to their mind is disaster management.
Yes.
And that's exactly correct. We've been in the territory since 1956. And
That's about 64 years.
64 years.
Wow.
So we're a fabric of the territory of the British Virgin Islands. And disaster management is the core of what we do. And this service is offered to the most vulnerable.
Okay.
Apart from that, we offer home care basics training, CPR, first aid. We also rent medical equipment to the persons in the BVI.
Okay.
Of course, most of our efforts are through fundraising. And we operate right now with a staff of 4. And we also have a thrift shop.
Nice.
And our thrift shop is, it's run in the same building as the branch, and it's an opportunity for persons to donate goods, and we sell it back to community at a very affordable price.
All right, a lot there in a nutshell. Mr. Passad, just tell us a little bit about your role at the Red Cross.
So my role at the Red Cross is mostly to recruit and train volunteers so
Okay.
they can help accomplish the organization goals. Part of that training talks about, we do a lot of disaster management training because the goal of the BVI Red Cross is to help the most vulnerable prepare, recover, and recover from crisis. And you can only accomplish that goals by training and recruiting volunteers.
Big responsibility there. So, Miss Stacy, we just are in the, I should say, we're in the midst of, we're still recovering from the atrocities of 2017. I'm sure the BVI Red Cross played a molding role at that point in time. Just tell us a little bit about those efforts back then.
Irma Maria, it's etched in our memories forever. And as we know, it was one of the biggest disasters here in the BVI. And because of the nature of what we do, we were more or less catapult in terms of leading that effort. We are an auxiliary to government, and so we work very closely with DDM. And so basically, we had to mobilize quickly. Because we're a branch of the British Red Cross, we were able to get all of our efforts overseas, and all our emergency stocks and everything were brought to us. So persons were able to come to the branch, and we didn't suffer any damages to the branch.
That's incredible.
It was incredible.
Considering the magnitude of the storms.
Correct. And so we were able to provide different stock reliefs for persons. We were able to provide not just in terms of stocks, whatever equipment that they need, but we also offer like psychosocial care. So if persons need to talk about the trauma and things that happen, we provided that service.
Wow, incredible. So we're here to speak about the grand raffle. Nissan strikes a chord. So just let's talk about that. I know persons have been really excited. The flyer has been circulating. Everybody wants to know, how can I get on board? How do I purchase a ticket that allows me to win a 2020 Nissan Kicks?
Yes.
Wow, let's talk about that.
So the tickets can be purchased for the car raffle at the BVA Red Cross office, Box Garage, and Caribbean Insurance Limited. So there's 3 different price tickets. Each ticket gets you an additional feature for the car. So the $15 tickets, it's the bronze tickets, and you get the car, brand new mats for the vehicle, free licensing, and insurance, first year insurance. And that's just the $15 ticket. Now the silver ticket, it's the $20 ticket. So you get all the features of the bronze ticket,
Yes.
and also 3 months free gas.
Wow. Don't
And-
we need that?
Last but not least, the $25 ticket, which
Right.
is the gold ticket, you get all the features of the bronze ticket, and instead of 3 months free gas, you get 6 months free gas.
Now, this is an incredible undertaking. I'm sure without donations and sponsors, this could not have been possible. Of course, the community as well. Let's get into the persons who ensure that the BVI Red Cross goes forward.
Well, first and foremost, our volunteers. Without our volunteers, the BVI Red Cross cannot do what we do, and that's global throughout the world. Of course, our board of directors, we're governed by a board, and our staff, but more so the community. Yes, we're a nonprofit organization, and everything we do goes back into the community. And so with the community efforts, and with our volunteers, we're able to plan different fundraising events such as the car raffle. One of the things we want to stress is that the monies come back into our operations,
Yes.
and it goes right back out to the community. So in terms of disaster planning, our different programs that we do run, the funds from the car raffle will help us to carry out these different initiatives. And so we continue to rely on our community in terms of these fundraising events and all of our fundraising events. And so we're really asking persons to come out to the branch. We're going to be out in the territory. We have some dates slated where we'll be at Rotown Wholesale and at the Boys gas station, and we'll be selling tickets there. You'll have an opportunity to actually see the car, open the car, come in. It's a very beautiful vehicle.
It is.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. It has a lot of the latest features, and I think it's cool. So
All right.
buy a ticket.
All right. So in wrapping up, I know you covered quite a myriad of benefits under the BVI Red Cross umbrella. But if you had to identify maybe the top causes that you guys are able to appeal to, let's say the top 2, what are the top 2 needs of the BVI community that you're able to address under your organization?
Well, one of the top 2 needs, firstly, is preparing communities to be able to withstand disasters.
Yes.
We live in a disaster-prone region, and due to the effects of climate change, it's going to be, we have to step up our level of training
Right.
and programs. And
Because it's so unpredictable. Even the experts are saying you just never know what might happen. And like you rightfully said, we are in a disaster-prone region. It's very important that we put the requisite steps in place and have persons be as prepared as possible for those times. And go on, you could tell us about the second cause.
And the second cause, it's health and well-being for persons, the most vulnerable in the community. We try to provide, our target audience is the most vulnerable, so all of our program areas go towards the most vulnerable in need in the community.
All right, let's wrap up with the 2020 strategy for the
All
BVI
right.
Red Cross.
Our strategy, it covers from 2020 to 2025.
Okay.
It was a collaborative effort with the board of directors and our staff, and of course, the British Red Cross, because they're
Yes.
yeah, we're a branch of. And I'll let Stephen talk a little bit more about the strategy.
Okay.
So within our strategy, we have 6 strategic objectives. The first one is disaster management, which covers disaster resilience, recovery, and response. The second one is protection and gender inclusion. Third, health and well-being. We also take a next step in the next 5 years in advocacy,
Okay.
advocating on humanitarian issues.
Okay.
Another area is youth.
Very important.
We're trying to take a next step to develop the youths in a territory.
All right. That sounds like a lot of big responsibilities, but I'm sure you guys are more than capable of delivering because you have a passion and a love for community and care. All right, and wrapping up, tell persons how they can get on board with the raffle as well as how they can follow you guys on your various social media forums.
Well, first and foremost, you can visit our branch, which is in Johns Hole. Our branch has been around for over 40 years, so most persons know it's a staple in the community. You could just come in and ask to buy any of the categories of your raffle tickets.
Okay.
We're going to be out in the territory on the 25th of February,
The 8th.
the 8th,
Yeah.
the 8th of February,
February.
the 25th of this month,
Yes.
and there's one more day.
Those pending.
That's pending at Rotown Wholesale and at the Boys. We're still trying to finalize logistics for that.
Okay.
Our various social media platforms are a Facebook page,
Right.
which is BVI Red Cross.
Be very Red Cross.
And then we're also on Instagram, BVI Red Cross as well. And I think we just opened up a LinkedIn page, and it's BVI Red Cross. But we also have a website, again, BVI Red Cross. And on that website, you're able to find information about all the different programs that we talked about today. You're able to contact us. And also, one of the things we're encouraging persons to do is that we have an emergency workbook, basically for family to be prepared for disasters. We ask that you go on the website, you can download this book and go through it with your family, and it will better prepare you in the event of an emergency or a disaster.
Right.
And you know, we always hear and we always think that where we live, hurricanes, but there's different disasters,
Yeah.
there's fires, there's earthquake, like we've
And there are
recently
ripple
had.
effects. Like
Yes.
we've had a lot of earthquakes in the region that prompts a tsunami.
Yes.
You just never know what can happen. So we have to be as prepared as possible.
Correct. And so we encourage people to definitely go on our social media page and our websites to get as much information as you can about disaster management and, of course, about the British Red Cross.
All right, very reachable, which is very good because we do live in a technological age, and it's important that organizations like these, you know, are able to tap into various parts of the community, the demographics. Sorry. So this raffle drawing is on February 14th. I think that's the only thing we missed, and I'm really excited about this because it really gives persons an equal opportunity to receive. And a lot of the times, you know, we want to get involved, but some persons want incentive as well. But I know helping community is important regardless, but it's a great incentive to give back to the persons who pour into your organizations. So viewers, you can get involved by, again, purchasing your tickets. It's $15, $20, and $25. The grand raffle drawing is now on February 14th, the Day of
Valentine's Day,
Love.
The Day of Love.
The Day of Love, so just in time. What a beautiful gift. I love that. And of course, you can keep up with them on social media and the various forums mentioned before. I just want to thank you and Mr. Stephen as well for joining us today. We really appreciate and celebrate organizations that lend to community. And we just want to thank you for all that you guys do and wish you all the best for 2020.
Thank you, Javon, for having us. And we also like to thank our volunteers, of course, our board of directors and the community in a whole. For those persons who've contributed to the Red Cross movement and who continues to, we want to say thank you.
All right.
I also like to say thank you, most importantly, to the volunteers, because without the volunteers, we won't be able to accomplish our programs and our strategic objectives.
All
so
right.
thank you to all the volunteers.
And thank you so much for joining us, viewers. My name is Javon Wilson, and this has been a 284 Media exclusive. When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT freedom packages.